Alright, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here. And I know I said that I wanted to do one topic videos this week, but there's a lot going on right now, and I wanted to maybe do like a news roundup. Basically, my goal is to get this video out by 10 p.m. Central Time. It's 8 p.m. Central Time right now. May take me like an hour or so to get it up on YouTube, but we'll just have to see. My computer is sometimes slow, but we'll just have to see. But I wanted to start out by showing you this picture. It's a screenshot from Fox News, and this is how many executive orders the last presidents did on their first day. So we have Clinton 1 executive order, Bush 0, 5 with Obama, 1 with Trump, and then we have 19, and I think that number is closer to 30 now. I think he did over 30 executive orders in his first couple days there. So we're on day 5, I guess, technically, but or 4.5, I guess you can count that. But who's the real dictator? You know what I'm saying? Like, these people on the left, they're gonna find out real quick that Trump wasn't really a bad guy. And perfect segue over here to, I don't know if you follow this account, but within the past couple days, people are realizing that Biden is not who they voted for. Let me just refresh this page. But it is a Twitter account dedicated to Biden voters who are pissed because they are figuring out that he's not really a great guy. So here's this first one that was posted about 20 minutes ago. And the names are kind of like blurred out and stuff like that, but here's from Jonathan. You know I'm pissed. I worked my ass off to elect Joe Biden last year. Keeping the filibuster in place and allowing Republicans to block our agenda is spitting in the face of every organizer who worked to elect these people. So he's upset about that. Let's see if there's any more. Where are the $20,000 or where are the $2,000 checks? Anthony Fantano, which, does he really need $2,000? I think he's doing fine. But yeah, I mean that's another thing. He promised $2,000 checks on the first week or whatever, and now they're coming out like the press secretary is like, well, we can't promise that. Maybe in March. So it's probably going to be a little bit longer. Here's another one, and the name is blocked out, so I don't know who it is. They said, I know I voted for Biden, and I still support the change, but God, his tax policies are hurting my soul. I said I was willing to pay the penalties for voting for a society rather than money, but ouch is all I can say. It's gonna hurt, but you signed up for it, you wanted it, so that's what you get. Here's one from Greg. He said, I voted for Biden because he wasn't going to ban fracking, but lied to me and our country. Voters' remorse. I know I have some people who listen to the podcast that are Biden supporters because they DM me and they comment on stuff. And how are you feeling right now? Are you feeling good? Feeling great? Like, are you having second thoughts about this deal? Because it's going to be a long 4 years. You're going to beg for Trump back. I mean, these people are, I mean, it's going to be so funny. But not really, but it's going to be hilarious. Here's another one. It said, thanks for killing my job on the pipeline. You are wasting my vote. I'd rather have voted for Trump. At least I was able to work. And then the comment under that was like, why did you vote for Biden? He says he was going to do that. And then he commented back, politicians say a lot of things. I didn't actually believe that they were going to cut our jobs. He's pretty serious about the fracking deal. So, let's see, what else? Here's another one. not gonna lie, I'm beyond pissed that Biden is rolling back the $15 hour minimum wage and trying to make it only for federal workers. I was shamed into voting for him, and I knew I would regret it. Never again. Well, the good thing about it is I don't think Biden's going to be around in 4 years to vote for again. So that's kind of the best part about this whole deal. But, people make mistakes. That's fine. But, yeah. You made your bed. You got to lay in it. So here's one from Robin. She put, at Joe Biden, you lied. Now you were not planning on sending out relief to us right away. I can't even begin to say how angry that is going to make people who need it and voted for you. Don't do it. Don't make us regret on your first day. Dear God. Let's see. Basically, a lot of regret. This is Patty. What in the actual F is this shit? Thought you were helping people. Don't be an asshole. Fix it now. Basically talking about the... I think she's talking about the EpiPen. Yeah, the insulin. People choose between food and housing and insulin. Don't make me regret voting for you. So you can go visit this page if you want to. It's on Twitter. It's like screenshot after screenshot of people regretting. The actual URL or the actual handle is Biden LS. Anyway, that's enough of that. But it's just, if you want to have a good laugh, go over there. Check it out. But I want to talk about, if this will load, restaurants and everything is opening back up in California. So that's great. As soon as Joe Biden is elected, we have hair salons and restaurants, and this article kind of goes into what is open. So here's what's open. Outdoor dining. Curfew is back. It'll be lifted Friday. Private gatherings, residents are allowed for the first time since November 30th to meet with people outside their household. Gatherings are limited to 3 to 4 households, and a total of 15 people must be held outdoors. Family event centers. These may be open for outdoor operations at 50% capacity. Museums are now open at all of them. Card rooms. These may be immediately for outdoor operations at 50%. Hotels are now open. Churches are now recommended to resume outdoor only. So, the stay-at-home order, basically, is lifted. So, all of these, and I think Michigan and another place, the same day or the day after Biden was, sworn in, they reopened. So, that's great. That's fantastic. I mean, think about all the people all these businesses out there in California, and thank God for people like Barstool Sports, like that guy Dave Portnoy, and Andrew Gruel is doing a lot of work for people out in California. But thank God for those people. But think about, we now know that this is political. This is, I knew this, 10 months ago. It was pretty evident that it was to attack Trump and to get him out of office. And they won. Hate to say that, but they won. But think about how many businesses were destroyed, homes were destroyed, homes were lost. People lost everything because of this deal. And not just in California, all across the country. All across the country this happened. So everything is opening back up, and Biden is going to be deemed a hero for this happening. And it shouldn't be that way. It shouldn't be that way. So, yeah, everything's opening back up. Everything's going back to normal, whatever. But yeah, it's crazy stuff. I want to talk about this Birdwatch deal, and I tried to sign up for it. and I think they rejected my application because of my account. But basically, it's a fact-checking program for people to fight misinformation, is what they're claiming. So you can make an account, and let me see if I have this still open. You go over to birdwatch.twitter.com. It says, yeah, I signed up, and it says you're not a part of Birdwatch, but you can go in and you could well, I think it shows you a video. Let me watch this video here. So it has this person, like the example is, whales are not real, they're robots funded by the government to watch us. So, which could be interpreted as sarcasm or a joke. I don't think actually people believe that, or people are actually going to write that. But if you are a sarcastic person, I mean, I think fact-checking is a good thing, but it could be abused. Like this right here could be abused by law. And sometimes you can't tell on Twitter if they're sarcastic, or they're being sarcastic, or they're serious, or they actually believe this or that. But the example is showing this guy sending out a tweet, and then people are believing it, what he's saying. And then has all these, and it goes viral, basically. It has the example of misinformation going viral. And then it says, spoiler alert, you can't trust everything you see online, which is true. Like I said in the last podcast, everybody is retweeting that Black Lives Matter deal. And it's a tweet from Black Lives Matter, which is fake and photoshopped. And conservative Instagram and Twitter people keep on posting that, and every time I see it, I say it's fake. Delete it. And so if you see stuff like that and you know it's fake, call people out. It doesn't really matter who it is. Call it like I totally understand where social media is coming from. I think that they took it a little bit too far, though, with the fact-checking thing. I think that people, like if you're on Twitter or on Facebook, you obviously have access to the internet, and you can look up stuff and you can fact-check things yourself. But I think there should be some kind of some small form of like fact-checking. But what Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and all these places, like all these people do, these platforms, is totally outrageous, totally over the top. But I do think misinformation does exist on the internet. But yeah, I don't think it's the platform's job to tell you that it's fake, because most of the time they're biased. So they're introducing this Birdwatch deal, and people can sign up to work for a Twitter, and they can fact check it. Basically, they can fact check it, and it puts a thing under the tweet, like it's misleading or something, like it's false info. So they like how they was doing the Trump's tweets whenever he had a Twitter. They put the false information deal at the bottom. They basically are allowing people to do that. And imagine signing up to work for $1 billion company for free. So, but yeah, you could sign up and you could do that. But yeah, let me see what the other videos are. We're looking to test people out in the U.S. You can add notes, helpful content to misleading tweets. So like I said, I think this is only going to make Twitter worse. And I think people can make their own judgment on if it's real or fake. Like, if you actually believe that what was the example? If you actually believe that whales are funded by the government to watch us, then you're an idiot. Okay? I'm sorry. And, some of the stuff that conservatives push on Instagram and Twitter and social media, if you believe, like the QAnon stuff, if you believe that, you're an idiot. I'm sorry. Like, the other day or last night, the Capitol went black, like it went dark, and the White House went dark, and all these Q people were like, "Oh my God, thank you, President Trump, for." No, it's just. It's exhausting, and I don't want to like bash Q in every video, but it's just like, I just can't resist, because it's just like I have to bring it up all the time because it's just so fun. But I'm sorry. But what are your thoughts on this? Do you think it's a good thing? Do you think it could lead to problems in the future? I think it could, because you're gonna have people sign up, and Mark Dice said he tried to sign up. He couldn't get approved or whatever. So, and they probably didn't approve my application. So, that's fine. I don't really want to do it anyway because I don't have time for that. But for the people who have time for that and are on Twitter all day and can do that 24/7, they're probably going to be mass reporting these conservative Twitter accounts and putting and also you can fact check. It says you can fact check like anything. So people are going to be fact-checking memes. So there's a meme going around right now, or it's pretty old, I think, but it's just like it has a picture of the Statue of Liberty, and then it has a picture of Owen Wilson, right? And it says, I didn't know that the Statue of Liberty looked like Keith Urban, or something like that. People are going to fact-check that and say, that's not Keith Urban. Like, people know it's not Keith Urban, but it's a joke, okay? It's a joke. So, like, things like that. People are going to fact-check that. So, that's fun. But let me just see if I can refresh this and see what it says. I'm interested to see if I got approved or not. No. Yeah. I mean, it may take a while, but next up is a MAGA Patriot Party, which is not associated with Trump, was just incorporated in Texas, San Antonio. The FEC posted Monday that they received notice of that. So it's not related to Trump, but it's incorporated by, I think it said a Georgia man in Texas or something. I don't know. So a day after the former president, Donald Trump, backed off the idea to establish a new political party, members of his inner circle made clear Monday that the 45th president was not affiliated with the new Patriot Party PAC established last week in Georgia. So he's backing off of that, apparently. But we'll get into what he's doing now, which I think is just hilarious. But paperwork filed on January 22nd, Michael Joseph of Georgia falsely stated that the PAC had entered into the joint fundraising agreement with Trump campaign. The Trump for President Incorporated submitted notice to the FEC on Monday disavowing the PAC. Trump has no affiliation with the Patriot Party, the filing said. Over the weekend, Trump backed away from the idea to create a new political party, which the former president had discussed creating basically after the January 6th deal. Basically what it says. And some conservative people on social media like the idea. There's even pages on Instagram now. People have changed their whole branding to Patriot Party. People are selling merchandise and stuff like that. And now it's hilarious that Trump is backing off of that. What are you going to do now? So I think that people just need to change the whole business model. And that's why I'm selling coffee. That's why I'm doing music and doing this social media deal. If you want to support that, you can. If you don't, that's fine. But, yeah, so he's backing off of that. And I don't know how I feel about the Patriot Party deal. I think that we just need to work on the Republican Party. Now, I don't really like to call myself a Republican, though. I don't know how you feel about that, but personally, because of how the Republicans acted in the past 4 years, and Steven Crowder did a great video today. I don't know if you saw that, but he came back after a month hiatus, basically. And I was kind of wondering, people were saying like a couple weeks ago, where's Steven Crowder? I was like, oh, I don't know. I kind of forgot about him. I don't usually watch him, but occasionally, like during the election, I watched him, and during the debates, it was pretty fun. But he basically was calling the Republicans out for not doing a dang thing about the censorship issue. And that's a big problem. That's a big problem. That's a huge problem. And I like Ted Cruz as much as the next guy, but he fought for 2 or 3 years there, and they never really got anything done over that. And so Steven Crowder, I don't know if you heard, but he's taking a lawsuit to these companies, which it needs to happen. So, and I hope he wins. But I think that we need to focus. I don't think we need to create another party, because it says down here that it could potentially hurt us in the future by helping the Democrats win again. So I think that we need to be working on getting the bad guys out of the Republican Party and getting more people like Ted Cruz, and people like that, people who are interested in actually doing stuff other than So anyway, that's kind of my thoughts on that. But Trump officially opened today the office of the former president, and I think this is kind of like he's making fun of like Joe Biden's thing that he did for 3 months, office of the president-elect. I think he's kind of making fun of that. Maybe. I don't know really why he's doing this, but here's the letter. It says, today, the 45th president of the U.S. formally opened the office of the former president. The office will be responsible for managing Trump's correspondence, public statements, appearances, and official activities to advance the interests of the U.S. and carry on the agenda of the Trump administration and organizing and public activism. President Trump will always and forever be the champion of the American people. So that's awesome. And I saw this tweet going around, or this meme, pretty funny. It's a picture of Joe Biden and Barack Obama. And it has Florida man opens office of the former president. I thought it was funny. Love or hate Joe Biden, I think I find some of their memes, like the one where he's staring out the window, like it's funny. It's funny. Speaking of Trump, big news today, they delivered the articles of impeachment against Trump. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully, it's just crazy. They're focusing on this. He's already out of office. Right? He's already out of office, and you have people that need assistance through the stimulus check or unemployment or whatever, and they're worried about this crap. Absolutely ridiculous. But anyway, that's the video, guys. I know there's a lot of other stuff going on tonight and today, but I wanted to do kind of a news roundup, and hopefully this gets to you tonight. But wherever you hear it, I hope you have a great day and a great night. And be sure to hit subscribe or hit follow. Be sure to go over to iTunes and Spotify and hit subscribe and leave me a rating on iTunes if you like the show. So, anyway. So, I want to end the show on this because earlier I made a video, and right when I posted that video is when this press conference was going on. So, I wanted to kind of update you guys in case you didn't see this. You've probably seen it, but it's been going around on Twitter. But basically, that podcast was exposing the hypocrisy around Biden's travel ban. So Biden put on a travel ban to all these countries after calling Trump's travel ban to China xenophobic and racist. And so Jen Psaki did a press conference today, and oh my goodness, it has almost 7,000 dislikes. So you can go over there and watch that if you want to make your ears bleed. but I didn't watch it, but I caught a clip of this, and The Blaze posted a clip of this reporter asking her very hard questions and questions that need to be answered, and she is very incompetent when it comes to this kind of stuff. She doesn't. I mean, she's terrible, absolutely terrible. She doesn't know what half the questions are, and it's like a automated email, like a vacation generic. Oh, we're on vacation. Sorry, we can't get to that right now. It's kind of like that. It's kind of like she leaves this generic answer every time they ask a difficult question. But when it's like ice cream, I think she did a whole thing on Twitter about his ice cream. Like Biden's favorite ice cream is chocolate chip. She was answering questions on Twitter, and one of the questions was, "What is Biden's favorite ice cream?" And so she answers those type of questions fine, but these questions that are really important questions, she basically shoots him down. And what's with the sign language lady? Like, they're gonna keep on doing these sign language deal. So, and why isn't the sign language not wearing a mask? Okay, she's a federal employee. I'm sorry. I know. Anyway, let's check out this video from earlier today. Here it is.
Go ahead. President Biden, condemned protests and violence on the far left and the far right before he was president. Why haven't we heard anything directly from him about the riots in Portland and the Pacific Northwest since he was inaugurated?
Well, he's taking questions later this afternoon, so perhaps you will. I will say from here that President Biden condemns violence and any violence in the strongest possible terms. Peaceful protests are a cornerstone of our democracy, but smashing windows is not protesting, and neither is looting. And actions like these are totally unacceptable, and anyone who committed a crime should be prosecuted to the fullest extent. Our team is, of course, monitoring it very closely.
And as he pushes for federal help to businesses affected by COVID, should we expect to see any kind of federal assistance for these businesses out there that are affected by COVID and riots?
Well, again, I think you know because we've had this conversation in here already a few times since I joined the team, that his focus is on getting the American people through this period of time and pushing forward on a relief package that will get them the assistance they need as it relates to the pandemic and the impact of the pandemic. So I don't have anything more for you on that.
And just one more about the announcement you made off the top about the travel restrictions. Mm-hmm. When President Trump was imposing travel restrictions in March, specifically on China, then candidate Biden called it xenophobic and fear-mongering. So now President Biden is putting travel restrictions on people coming in from other countries. What word do we use to describe that?
Well, I don't think that's quite a fair articulation. President has been clear that he felt the Muslim ban was xenophobic. He overturned the Muslim ban. He also, though, has supported, and he himself, even before, or we did, I should say, even before he was inaugurated, steps, travel restrictions in order to keep the American people safe, to ensure that we are getting the pandemic under control. That's been part of his policy. But he was critical of the former president for having a policy that was not more comprehensive than travel restrictions. And he conveyed at the time, and more recently, the importance of having a multifaceted approach: mask wearing, vaccine distribution, funding in order to get 100 million shots in the arms of Americans in the first 100 days, not just travel restrictions. Go ahead in the back.
Yes, two questions, one domestic, one foreign, please. The first is that Bill Pascrell, a congressman from New Jersey, just about an hour ago suggested firing the entire Postal Board of Governors, and he sent a letter to the president to that effect. Is there any plans to make changes, given what happened at the post office over the last couple of years, to try and remove the Postmaster General?
It's an interesting question. We all love the mailman and mailwoman. I don't have anything for you on it. I'm happy to check with our team on it and see if we have any specifics. I'm not aware of anything, but we'll circle back.
Anyway, that's it, guys. Be sure to follow me on social media. Be sure to check out the links down below. Get yourself some 76 coffee. Be sure to join 76 Social, because Big Tech is getting crazy. So anyway, that's the show, guys. Have a great day.